Hey guys, it's time to make another video. Yay, I'm back. I'm on your laptop. I can record like crazy. Although I'm struggling with getting something together for War Thunder, so instead we're going to play this game instead. Yay, it's Plague Incorporated. Yay, this game's crazy. You get to kill everyone. When you start off, you just have the bacteria. But the bacteria isn't that difficult, in my opinion. The virus actually can be somewhat difficult if you don't know how to do it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. And none of these are actually critically important to the strategy, but they all help a little bit. Usually people would say to go with the creationist gene to decrease the chance of your plague mutating, because mutations are bad and it makes it so your plague gets noticed easier, but I say those people are silly. We want to mutate like crazy. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to mutate like a crazy person, and we're naming our disease FV304. That's a Bert the Avengers reference. If you don't get that reference, then you probably don't watch Jingles, and you probably should. India is where most people tend to start, and I think those people are silly. Most people start in a hot nation. I say that's silly. You should start in a cold nation, like Russia. So we're going to be starting in Russia. I'm sorry, Russia. It's not even remotely personal. And the reason I say that you should start in Russia is because the rich nations are the hardest nations to infect, and wherever you start is where your disease gets in a resistance to whatever climate it's in, and it's weaker against the climate that the opposite of what it starts in. So if you start in India, it's going to be really hard for you to infect all the cold nations, and if you start in a cold nation, it's going to be harder for you to infect the warm nations. So what cold nations are the hardest to infect if you start in a warm nation? With Canada. We got Norway, Finland, and Sweden. Those two are also somewhat difficult, but then if we zoom in, we also have the United Kingdom, Germany, and the Central Europe, which are all rich nations. And because all of these are rich nations, they all take a really long time to infect. They're all difficult to get the infection started in the first place. But the cool thing about all of them is they're all cold nations. And because they're all cold nations, if you start in a cold nation, your disease actually spreads in them very quickly, even if they're rich and difficult to spread in. France is neither. So France, like New Zealand and the United States, is a rich nation without climate bias in either direction. The only places you're going to struggle with are Spain and Australia, because they're both hot, rich nations. And other than them, I don't know any nations that are both hot and rich. And we're going to struggle in rich nations, and we're going to struggle in hot nations. We are not going to struggle in cold, rich nations like all three of those: Central Europe, Germany, the United Kingdom, and Canada. So basically more than half of the rich nations are all cold nations. So if you start in a cold nation, it makes it a lot easier to get all of the rich nations. Which basically means we're going to be struggling with Australia and, interestingly, Africa. Australia is not that difficult of a nation to infect, and Africa is actually a very easy nation to infect. Because our disease is getting waterborne, we're going to spread through South Africa very quickly, even if it is the opposite of what we've started in. The logic behind starting in a warm nation is also that cold resistance is significantly cheaper than hot resistance. Let's be honest, hot resistance isn't exactly expensive. So we can deal with it. We got our first symptom, which is okay. All of the early symptoms help increase infectivity, even if they do also get you noticed. But we're gonna move so fast it doesn't matter if we get noticed. And we get our first drug resistance, and I guess we might as well get the first research resistance, since we are going to be noticed at some point. And there's Germany. Sorry, Germany. You were my favorite. So yay, coughing. Who doesn't love coughing? And Japan. Japan is a rich nation that I forgot to mention, but Japan does not have its climate biased either towards hot or cold. So like New Zealand, the United States, and France, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get them infected no matter what. You just need the first drug resistance. You don't need the second drug resistance, in my opinion. But if you want to get it, you can go for it. And we're also going to get the first blood, and then we're going to get the first insect to get both South America and Africa quicker, as both of them tend to be the last nations infected when you start in cold nations. And South America and Australia, neither of them are particularly difficult to infect. So basically, by choosing to start in a cold nation, we're going to be struggling with the easy nations to infect rather than struggling with the hard nations to infect. And now that I'm looking at it, we very well may want the second drug resistance just to... Well, now we're gonna have enough time. We're gonna have enough time up here to get... Oh my goodness. It's just everywhere. Yep, we don't want that one. You want to get rid of the lethal mutations. But just the lethal mutations. Everything else increases infectivity, and we want to increase infectivity. We want to infect everybody. Yay, infecting people. And there's New Zealand. Whoops. And there's New Zealand. Sorry, New Zealand. And we already got Australia a while ago. We just got the Caribbean, which is one of the more difficult places to get. But not that hard. I mean, I wasn't even paying attention and we got it. Just making sure disease still isn't lethal. And we're starting to spread in the African nations. We are starting to spread. Oh my. Wow, we just took over Madagascar in seconds. I think it's time for us to just go silly. We've got Morocco is all that's left. Yeah, it's time to get silly. And we're gonna get these over here. These two increase your infectivity massively, and these also increase your infectivity. So basically we're just increasing our infectivity. We're also gonna get the second drug resistance, and we're gonna get the second research resistance the second we make up enough points to get it. Which is just 26, so we only need 2 more. That's plenty, because they're about to start researching in a hurry. Because people are about to start dropping dead, and that tends to terrify people. And now we're gonna pop into our abilities, and we're gonna get our virus make us mutate faster abilities. So we mutate faster and get more free symptoms. Because at this point, we basically have our infectivity so high that as long as we don't max out our lethality, the infectivity is gonna outrun the lethality, and everybody's gonna end up infected. Who doesn't love skin lesions? Still don't have Morocco though, which is a little scary. Yeah, that's not what I meant to click on. Pausing it for a second. Morocco, we should... With our infectivity this high, we should get them soon. Yep, we got them. Sorry, guys. Gonna get that second hot resistance just to be sure. And now we just have to make sure that the infection outruns the pace of lethality, so people aren't dying faster than they can get infected. And they certainly are getting infected faster than they're dying, so we're good. We got Morocco down, and that's it. We got oh my. Alright, yeah, we're done. We are done here. It is over. Well, we already have total organ failure. Oh my. Oh wow. Oh wow. Alright, I think we can call this a success. I went over 24. I usually get them down before 20, but I usually don't make that many mistakes. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get these. Oh yeah. Dropping it down to 22. Oh, can I get the last one? Not the last one, the second one. The second one of 3. Oh, are we under 20%? We are at 20%. And we're not going to get enough DNA points to get the third one. So yeah, we nailed it right at 20%. I am happy with this. I am very happy with this. Yay, we killed everyone. Woohoo! Oh, the entire world is just... Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, my bad. Oh. Oh, everyone's dead. Everyone everywhere is dead. Oh, that was just fantastic. 545 days. That actually took me pretty long compared to what it usually does. So I guess talking interrupts my concentration. Talking is hard, okay? World was destroyed. Yay! So basically with a virus, just get your infectivity up and everyone will die. They just will. You couldn't stop it if you wanted to after you get your infectivity high enough. Look at that. Look at that spread. Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh, the humanity. I'm just gonna keep saying oh until it's done. Oh, they went South America. Oh, no, not Australia. Oh, it's everywhere. And see what I mean? Africa. Africa is the place you struggle with. And Africa isn't that hard, so make sure you struggle with the easy places and you'll be fine. Oh, and then everybody starts dying. Oh, everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. Oh my. Oh. Plague Incorporated, it's wonderful. You can kill everyone. Not most of everyone, literally everyone. And you can do it in so many ways, and that's how you do it in a virus. Plague Incorporated. It's wunderbar. It's German for wonderful.